I don't know nothing about that.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Check the Market. We got a special guest today. Check the Market's going to another level, everybody. I'm just saying, just like Louis Vuitton and Supreme, check the market and check the news. CTM x CTN, one of the most exclusive drops in the history of drops. In the history of NFTs. Good morning, Sandra, Andrew, Lyric, Michael, Christophorus from Indianapolis, Twin 2 Chanel, good morning. Teresa, good morning. That's right, Matea is on Check the Market. We're doing a double. Check the Market, CTM x CTN. We need to get a shirt made.
Yes, we do.
Nice, nice. So, Matea is going to be going over some news because we want to be the first to bring you breaking news. So in the morning when you wake up, we don't want you going to all those other news channels like the Alphabet news channels. They're basically all Alphabet news channels.
They really are.
Not that CTM and CTN isn't, but...
We're the superior Alphabet.
Yeah. So we'll bring you the news first. So, we got Matea Merta, one of the greatest journalists in the history of journalists.
Oh, geez. Thank you.
And she's going to be going over some news. So go ahead and take it away.
On. Let's roll it. Peter Thiel leaving board of Facebook parent Meta. Now, this is significant to the stocks, and I'm sure we could break it down very soon. So let's roll it. Next. Oh, Canadian truckers block off Michigan border bridge as protest against vaccine mandates hits day 11. The Ambassador Bridge that links Canada with the U.S. was blocked by the truckers. So this is happening on both sides of the border, both in Canada and United States. So this is the second border crossing to be fully shut down, aside from the one in between Montana and Alberta, the Coutts Sweetgrass border crossing. So very significant. This will greatly impact investments across the board. So next. CNN's collapse is now complete.
Nice.
Let's read this. Can we read it? Perfect. It all began 42 years ago, Ted Turner's creation of a 24/7 news network that would exist on something called cable TV. Few believed it could succeed. And for its first decade, CNN largely chugged along, but wasn't seen as a game changer or a true competitor to big broadcast news entities based in New York, in the form of CBS, NBC, and ABC, again, the alphabet. That all changed when war broke out between the United States and Iraq in 1991. On the night war exploded, let's skip over, all the history, because this is just boring. Nobody really wants to know about CNN. Let's jump here. But 2 years later, where are we going here? And let's jump down to the second paragraph here. In 2013, the network hired former NBC Universal president Jeff Zucker to take the reins as ratings continued to be below average at best. This gave Zucker a mandate to radically change the network from its journalistic roots of more than 3 decades. The months-long wall-to-wall coverage of a missing Malaysian airliner being an early example. Next. So then we cover a little bit about President Trump here and how Zucker was hired from NBC for The Apprentice. And we're going to jump through all this. Let's jump to the very last slide, because basically this just covers Zucker and how basically, can we jump to the last slide, please? Thank you. Let's move here. Moving forward, what's next for CNN when the company falls under the Discovery Channel umbrella later this year? Let's hear from its soon-to-be largest shareholder, John Malone of Liberty Media. I would like to see CNN evolve back to the kind of journalism that it started with and actually have journalists, which would be unique and refreshing, Malone said in an interview. The collapse of CNN is now complete. 9 out of 10 viewers gone. Its top-related anchor, Chris Cuomo, gone. Its network president, gone. Its integrity in shambles. Oh, and new management coming in that is signaling big-time changes.
Good.
Changes that may bring CNN back to the proud network it once was before Jeff Zucker destroyed it. So Jeff Zucker, for anybody who doesn't know, was recently released from his job because of I think it was like 20 years. He had a relationship with a colleague, and you're not supposed to do that. So I think there's other stuff going on, but nonetheless, Zucker is gone. There's been a lot of sexual misconduct that has led to the firing of several other CNN employees. So their reputation literally is in shambles. But nonetheless, we are going to see hopefully a new CNN come in. If not, I'm good with them gone.
I remember when CNN was like a news channel.
Yeah,
back when I was a kid, we would watch it, and that's all they would do. Like what was her name? Christiane Amanpour, when she went to like all to like earthquakes and wherever, and she would be like their foreign correspondent. That's what they would do. They would report the news, and that's it.
Yeah, not bias. Yeah, it's blatant bias nowadays.
Exactly.
It's really
just
bad.
like we do here. We report the news with absolutely zero
bias whatsoever. As we cheer on CNN's, identity in shambles. Next. Biden administration to fund programs that hand out crack pipes to prevent infection and promote so-called racial equity, not equality, people, equity. The $30 million grant program will distribute funds to nonprofits and local governments to make drug use safer and advance racial equity. Included in the grant is money to purchase safe smoking kits and supplies. The safe thing really gets to me. A spokesperson for HHS, Health and Human Services, said included in these kits could be pipes for users to smoke substances like crack cocaine and crystal methamphetamine. HHS said that the kits will serve to limit the risk of infection. Typically, users smoke out of glass pipes, which could lead to cuts and sores that become infected. Handing out pipes is also intended to prompt users to smoke rather than inject themselves with some substances like meth, as injection is far riskier. It is against the law to sell or distribute drug paraphernalia, including such pipes, unless authorized by state, local, or federal law. So this is going to greatly affect the fabric of a nation, and we're having a fentanyl crisis right now, and then you see a federal government doing this kind of crap. It's really embarrassing. But nonetheless, this is going to affect the fabric of a nation, but even more so on a local level. We will see where this leads, but nonetheless, it is something to keep an eye on. Next.
Michael Frost said that's another win for Hunter Biden. He probably has the contract to create the crack pipe.
Yes, I'm sure he does. He's going to benefit greatly. Biden administration announces nearly $725 million to create good-paying union jobs, catalyze economic revitalization in coal communities. President Biden's bipartisan infrastructure law will clean up hazardous sites, restore blighting lands. Okay, let's read it. Oh, it's just a slide? Cool. The Department of the Interior today announced, and this was just late yesterday, announced nearly $725 million in fiscal year 22 funding. It's available to 22 states and the Navajo Nation to create good-paying union jobs and catalyze economic opportunity by reclaiming abandoned landmines, AMLs. As part of President Biden's bipartisan infrastructure law, the law allocates a total of $11.3 billion in AML funding over 15 years, which will help communities eliminate dangerous environmental conditions and pollution caused by past coal mining. This historic funding allocation is expected to address the vast majority of how do you pronounce that word? abandoned mine lands in this country. AML reclamation projects support vitally needed jobs for coal communities by investing in projects that close dangerous mine shafts, reclaim unstable slopes, improve water quality by treating acid mine drainage, and restore water supplies damaged by mining. AML reclamation projects also enable economic revitalization by reclaiming hazardous land for recreational facilities and other economic redevelopment uses like advanced manufacturing and renewable energy development. As required by the bipartisan infrastructure law, this funding will prioritize projects that employ dislocated coal industry workers. So there's a lot in just that right there. But I see this as partially going towards the Biden administration also promoting a lot of green initiatives. There's been a lot of, there's just an EU-US energy statement, joint statement issued yesterday as well.
Yeah.
And they're talking a lot about investments in green energy, renewable energy. And so I think this is going to possibly be a part of their whole clean up the environment plan or agenda, which, you know, there's a lot to break down there too, but nonetheless.
Which is a lot of it is that ESG stuff that's coming,
Yes.
environmental social governance.
Yes, I'm so glad you brought that
up. Through stocks, and a lot of them, if you look at it, there's like, you know, you can look at two different ETFs. So you can look at an an exchange traded fund, which is a basket of different stocks.
All right.
And these two ETFs will have the exact same stocks in it, but one of them is certified ESG.
ESG, yeah.
And so they can charge 1% more fees for it. Mm-hmm. Which 1% over the lifetime of you investing, that's you're missing out on hundreds of thousands of dollars that you're paying in fees.
Absolutely.
To, you know, mainly BlackRock that's pushing a lot of this stuff. Larry Fink with BlackRock. So
yeah, I'm glad you brought up ESGs. Those are, I think that's the new, it's going to become the new social credit system.
Yeah,
it's it's coming into, it's in our banks already.
It is.
And so that's where I'm like, get into a local bank. But I actually, what do you think about that? Getting your money into a local bank as opposed to a huge bank like RBC or someone else?
I think it's always a good idea to have an account with a local bank just in case somebody decides to shut down, your account because you don't agree with whatever they think. But then I also like cryptocurrencies, which, let's actually take a look at that real quick.
Nice.
See what's going on with cryptocurrencies, because they were cruising. I think they're down today a little bit. Come on. XRP was cruising. So XRP is way up. Everybody still hodling XRP? Because I know I am. I actually loaded up when it was down at 60 cents. And I'm up now. I think XRP is... Do we have an article about XRP? I think I sent one. They're up 9.79% over the past 24 hours now, down a little bit. XRP climbs to 91 cents amid developments in Ripple versus the SEC case. The payments token regained a market capitalization of $40 billion on Tuesday, moving above Cardano and Solana, and they're still there. $40.5 billion market capitalization versus Ethereum is at about 370, so it's 10x higher than XRP. But let's get XRP all the way to above Ethereum. So make sure you hold, buy XRP to the moon, right? Right. Crypto Island, everybody. All right, let's see the article. Ripple's XRP token jumped as much as 22% in 24 hours to regain a $40 billion market capitalization on Tuesday, after reports suggested a positive turn for the blockchain payments firm in its court battle with the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission. That's right. The move made it the sixth largest cryptocurrency and took it above Cardano and Solana. Amid developments of Nancy Pelosi getting in, Michael says, yes, that could be. John Torres, that's a great question. What platform can you buy XRP? Uphold. Uphold is the platform that I use to buy XRP. You can also buy it on Qcoin. So take a look at those two. Uphold and Qcoin. Keep going. The price reached as high as 91 cents in early Asian hours, a level last seen at the start of January before losing 5 cents at the time of writing. Further resistance exists at $1 if the price holds above current levels. while support at 80 cents exists in case XRP breaks down below current levels. However, relative strength index readings of 80 suggest that a decline can be expected in the coming days. The RSI measures the magnitude of price changes over a certain time period. Readings above 70 are considered overbought, and those below 30 indicate an asset may be oversold. So that's actually, RSI is actually a good technical indicator if you are into technicals. Uphold is an app, that's correct. You can download it on Google or the App Store. And then XRP. Don't put all your money in XRP. You want to make sure that you're diversified. Unless you're Nick, then you just put everything, all your eggs in the basket.
Oh, yeah.
All into Shiba Inu and SafeMoon. All right, next. What else? What else we got? Peloton's potential suitors: Amazon, Nike, Apple, Disney, or Sony. Peloton shares have lost over 80% of their value during the past 12 months. Just another example of go woke, go broke. Let's see it. Peloton CEO John Foley will step down as CEO, moving to role of executive chair, and will be replaced by Barry McCarthy as the embattled cycling giant struggles to turn around its business. Peloton shares fell in pre-market Tuesday after surging more than 20% the prior day as rumors of growing interest in potential acquisition of the fitness giant swirl. Peloton investor Blackwell's Capital, which sent a letter on January 24th urging CEO John Foley to consider selling the company. So it's looking like Peloton could potentially be sold to any number of those companies. They've got huge problems. Recalls, all sorts of stuff that was going on there at Peloton. Let's see where they're at right now. Market's going to open soon. Pre-market, they are trading up 2% after jumping 20.93% yesterday from around just above $24 to over $29. So they're doing pretty good.
And their new CEO is the former CEO of Netflix and Spotify.
Oh, yeah.
Interesting, that crossover, how
Yeah.
big corporations are just shuffling all these people around.
Shuffling their CEOs from one Fortune 500 to the other. Continue. The firm's list of potential Peloton suitors it would like to see the company sold off to include Apple, Disney, Nike, and Sony. I think Nike might be a good candidate for that. Even Apple, because you got all that
Apple.
technology. You know, you can connect your watch, then all sorts of stuff. I mean, that would actually be pretty good. Given the mess that Peloton has become as an independent company, we are convinced that one or more of these strategic acquirers could provide significantly more value, with substantially less risk than Peloton is likely to generate for its shareholders on its own. The board should immediately begin to explore these strategic alternatives to find a proper owner of Peloton who can make the most of its coveted employees, customer-based technology, and brand. I'll make an offer right now. I will pay $3,000 for Peloton. Take it or leave it. Contact me. info@revivaltoday.com.
It's about all it's worth.
Both Nike and Amazon are reportedly considering bids to acquire Peloton, according to the Financial Times and the Wall Street Journal, respectively. Amazon declined to comment. And the markets are open, everybody. Let's see what's going on here. And the bell got stuck. S&P up 3, down 3, NASDAQ down 38, Dow Jones up 110. Not too bad of a start. Yep, down 3, S&P, NASDAQ down 43, 111 on the Dow Jones. So we're up on the Dow Jones, but down slightly on the NASDAQ and S&P. If it's another roller coaster like yesterday, who knows where the stock's gonna end. It was like legitimately like a roller coaster. Right at the end when the market closed, the market dumped. Let's see what's going on here. Revival Day have a check the market tab with tips, tricks, and links. That's actually not a bad idea.
That's a good idea.
Make sure you do your own research, though, on all the stocks. All right, next, let's see what else is going on.
The market cap is $2.17 $1.68 trillion.
I don't even know if.
And now the market. Oh, it went to zero.
That was me about 2 months ago, month and a half ago, when the market tanked. Market cap is 2.6 trillion. That's what happens when you let Reddit into the market. Continue. The 4 horsemen of the next market crash: Facebook, PayPal, Jim Cramer, and Jim Cramer. Yes. Do the opposite of what he does and you will make tons of money in the market, that's for sure. PayPal is way down. Let's see where they're at today. PayPal is actually one that I have been looking at getting into because there is some news on it. Do we have that article about PayPal that I sent? PayPal and 3 other stocks bought by insiders. So PayPal, let's see it. You can go just to the part about PayPal. PayPal Holdings President CEO Daniel Schulman acquired a total of 7,994 shares at an average price of $124.57, currently trading at $120. To acquire these shares, it cost $1 million. PayPal recently reported worse than expected fourth quarter earnings per share results. PayPal was spun off from eBay in 2015 and provides electronic payment solutions to merchants and consumers with a focus to online transactions. There's another article that I sent about PayPal, which I thought was interesting. Do you have it? Awesome. PayPal, there's actually rumors out there that shareholders have said out there that PayPal could be a potential candidate for a buyout.
Ah, that makes sense.
That makes lots of sense. That would significantly increase the stock as well. Well, I mean, it depends on what they would offer for it, but yeah. So PayPal is one that I have been looking at, especially because they're at 52-week lows, way down, $120 per share. All right, next. Rumble SPAC explodes higher after CEO offers Joe Rogan $100 million to make the world a better place. Sounds like a Disney song when you're going through a ride. Just hours after Spotify CEO Daniel Ek affirmed he'll be keeping the company's cash cow to placate shareholders, rejecting demands from the mob to cancel the world's most successful podcast, but was careful to rebuke Joe Rogan to placate SJWs and ranting staff who are triggered. Rumble CEO Chris Pavlovsky has sent a letter to the Joe Rogan Experience offering the podcaster $100 million over 4 years to bring his free speech discussions to an uncensored platform. Dear Joe, oh, they're on a first name basis. We stand with you, your guests, and your legion of fans in desire for the real conversation. So we'd like to offer you 100 million reasons, not dollars, just reasons, to make the world a better place. How about you bring all your shows to Rumble, both old and new, with no censorship for $100 million over 4 years. This is our chance to save the world. And yes, this is totally legit. Continue. Pavlovsky says, yes, we're ready to fight alongside you, which raises the questions, where did Rumble get $100 million from? 100 million. Maybe this is the answer. CFVI. CFVI, the Rumble-linked SPAC, is soaring to record new highs. So that might be one you want to take a look at. CFVI. Let's see where they're at today. Way down. And zero. Down 5.57%, trading at $14.25. It seems that Joe Rogan might not be taking this deal, but on the news it traded way high. But who knows what could happen if they keep this crusade against Joe Rogan up. Continue. 1 billion. All right, next. American Express launches its first digital checking account for rewards-hungry consumers. So American Express which already had a savings account, is now just getting full into banking. Let's see it. American Express, known for its array of perks-laden cards, is jumping into the highly competitive arena of digital checking accounts. The company on Tuesday launched Amex Rewards Checking to its U.S. customers. Any non-business card member in good standing is eligible for the no-fee, no-minimum balance account, according to Evangelist, Amex General Manager for Consumer Banking. While there's no shortage of options for Americans seeking a checking account, from fintech disruptors to big banks, Amex thinks their card members will find the offer enticing. That's because customers who enjoy racking up points on transactions can use the account's debit card to earn 1 reward point for every $2 spent, as well as a 0.5% annual yield on balances, which is huge. The majority of it's 0.03, 0.05, somewhere around there. So that's a huge annual yield for balances comparatively. I mean, 0.5% is not a lot, but compared to other accounts. The reason we're putting together this really nice APY and the rewards is to absolutely maximize the loyalty we can get from those customers. The time just feels right based on where customers' heads are, who's using the product, and how mass this sort of a solution is quickly becoming. So Amex don't want to miss out. Continue. Amazon earnings, the entire market is doing very well. Continue.
Life like this sure is sweet, huh?
It definitely is,
man. Broke graphic designers creating NFTs becoming millionaires. 14-year-olds in the UK becoming millionaires from NFTs. Crazy stuff. What else we got? How Google is making inroads into the crypto ecosystem. Google doesn't want to miss out. They want to control the entire world. Let's see it. Google boss Sundar Pichai confirmed last week the company is exploring crypto and blockchain potential as Alphabet, Google's parent company, announced its results with a record surge in advertising revenue, pushing its market cap to $2 trillion. Pichai said, "We are definitely looking at blockchain. It's such an interesting and powerful technology with broad applications. Google is making significant inroads into the crypto ecosystem as blockchain technology and adoption of disintermediated, cutting out the middlemen." I'm glad they defined that. Why would you put a word in
then define
then define it? Because you know people aren't gonna. Peer-to-peer transactions become more mainstream. Pichai's announcement weighed on how Google could add value to existing Web3 innovations, saying that blockchain solutions are something we want to support the best we can. I think Google is careful about this because Facebook, every time they tried to wade into cryptocurrency and every time they tried to wade into like blockchain, people don't like that. They don't want Facebook. They don't want the metaverse from Facebook. They don't want any Facebook payment systems because it just seems like you're trying to control the entire thing. So people push back against that. So I think that's why Google has been very quiet about a lot of this. Good morning, Kenyo. Let's go into some stocks to research. Let's see what's going on there. Market is, NASDAQ is up positive now. It's 7, up 13 points. The S&P is basically flat, about to go positive, and the Dow Jones is still up, and the S&P is positive now. So we're positive on the markets. Let's take a look at some stocks to research. I got 2 for you today. I told you last week that I was going to look into Coinbase, so I did. Coinbase, ticker symbol COIN. This stock is trading off its 52-week low. What Coinbase is like a cryptocurrency trading platform. It's currently trading off its 52-week low of $162 a share at around $200 per share. I've been looking at this one more closely again recently. PE ratio, the price to earnings ratio, is still fairly high at over 19x, and other fundamentals don't make it look quite discount yet. However, they are still growing. They're going to announce earnings on February 24th, so I'd be interested to see. I don't think I'm going to play it before earnings. I'd be interested to see what happens at earnings. With the current increase in cryptocurrencies, coin will almost definitely trade in sympathy with the overall crypto market. They're sitting on a good amount of cash and have zero debt. That's why I like them. I think this stock, where its price is worth another look for sure. I might possibly buy a options contract on this one with an end of the year expiration. See if we can make some money off of that. Blessings to you, Scott. Logan, it's off subject a little, but what would you say would be too high to buy XRP? I think anything under $1, you're good. I bought it, the highest I've bought XRP at was $1.04. Good morning, everybody. John, Hirschberger, Jesse, thanks for tuning in, everybody. Make sure you share the broadcast with everyone. We're trying to put all the alphabet news organizations out of business. So that was a high risk coin, COIN. The other one I have for you today is Silvergate Capital, SI. It's also high risk. Silvergate Capital Corporation is a provider of financial infrastructure solutions and services to companies in the digital currency industry. They also provide financial services that include commercial banking, commercial and residential real estate lending, mortgage lending, business lending. They also provide full range of deposit products and services. I took an interest in this company due to the fact that they are purchasing the DM assets from Facebook. So Facebook sold off their cryptocurrency division, and Silvergate Capital is buying them. They're currently working on creating a stable coin that trades one-to-one with the US dollar, so like Tether or US dollar coin, which is particularly of interest to me due to the fact that a lot of stable coins are gaining ground in developing nations. So I'm sure you know this, that in developing nations, the US dollar, a lot of times they're hard to come by. And so stable coins and cryptocurrencies are really good for that because you can just trade the dollar digitally, basically, over your phone. So I think that Silvergate is worth a look because of that. They're now trading off their 52-week low of $80.78 a share. They're up to $115 pre-market. They did have a big earnings miss in December, which sent the stock crashing from the 200s. Price to book ratio makes the stock very attractive, but the other ratios are very high. So it seems discount, but it really isn't. If they pull off creating a great stable coin, it could be huge for this company. There are risks involved with this. Some of the risks are that a lot of countries have been cracking down on stable coins as they see them as competition for their native currencies. But then again, if your currencies are all worthless, I think you should be looking at stable coins. Another risk could be a downturn in the cryptocurrency market, which is not happening because everything to the moon, Bitcoin to the moon, Ethereum to the moon, XRP to the moon.
Oh, yeah.
All right. And if you would like to invest in Revival today, everything that we do here, we're now doing CTN X CTM. Oh, and we got a new t-shirt for you. Let's see it. Let's see what we got. Drum roll. Look at that.
There we go.
This right here is basically the new Louis Vuitton X Supreme. Check the market, X check the news. Bam. Limited edition for your donation of any size today. We'll send that to you as a thank you. There you have it. Beautiful. I'm gonna have to get myself one of those. Limited edition. Check the market, X check the news. You guys can put up the ways to give. There you have it. Hashtag donate, text RT, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal. Cryptocurrencies. Of course we accept cryptocurrencies. We accept all sorts of cryptocurrencies. So if there's a cryptocurrency you'd like to donate that is not on that list when you scan that QR code, please call that number, 412-446-2332. You can also send us a check, Revival Today, PO Box 7, Prosperity, PA 15329. If you'd like that shirt, I'm going to get myself one. Don't forget to claim your offer, revivaltoday.com/offer. Thank you, everybody. Yes, you can participate in Canada. CTN is check the news. Safe Moon is at the moon if the moon is in a dumpster. Yes, that is true. If I ever see, what's his name? The pizza guy. What's his name? You know who I'm talking about from Barstool Sports, the CEO. I'm just gonna say Safe Moon over and over to him because I think Dave Portnoy. Thank you. I think that's one of the biggest regrets of his life. Well, Matea, you got any closing thoughts today?
I actually learned a lot today. I'm just sitting here and just like absorbing it all. Love it. This is my first time on CTM, so I'm grateful for what you're doing.
Thank you.
This is fun.
And thanks for being here. Thanks for joining me. You should be joining us again tomorrow morning at 9:10 a.m. So make sure that you tune in. Make sure you share the broadcast, and we'll take some questions at the end tomorrow. So if you have any questions, get them ready, and we'll do that at the end tomorrow. Take some questions on investing and stonks and anything else. Thanks everybody for tuning in. Make sure you share the broadcast. Go out there and make some money today, and we will see you all tomorrow. See ya.